Today we're going to make a dish that might seem really weird and it looks horrible when it's done. Not even kidding. But this is what all you need for it. It's called chopped suey. Everybody makes it different. A lot of people use the little mini corn cobs, water chestnuts. I don't use any of that. So one thing you need is beef. Now you can go the long route. My mom used to do this, but this brand tastes the exact same. You got to get this brand. If you get any of the brand, it's gross. You can actually, slow cook a roast and do it that way if you're completely opposed to this, but this brand works. So you get this right here, and you're going to cook it first. I'm going to show you guys how to do it, but you cook this first with some soy sauce and steak seasoning, and you can toss in a little bit of celery salt and a touch of minced onion. And after it cooks down, we're going to throw in a little bit of the mushrooms. Then you put in the gravy and a lot of bean sprouts and chop up some celery. Now, I haven't put real celery in this in years. I usually use celery salt, but I'm actually put the celery salt in the rice like I normally do. I'm actually going to chop up some celery, and I hope it doesn't go wrong. I don't have quite enough steak seasoning, but unfortunately, we are where we're at. And then you make rice separately, and then you're going to put this over rice. Now, back here, my husband, for some reason, likes it over rolls, which I don't understand. Whatever. The whole point I like it is rice. But I'm going to show you guys how to do this. This is what it looks like when it comes out of the can with the fat and everything. And yes, it looks like dog food. Trust me. Just trust me. This takes like hours and hours away from having to cook it. I swear when it breaks down, it does not look like this. I swear to you. See, you can see there's actual strings. It looks like actual meat, I promise. You need this fat and this juice for flavor. But yes, it looks like normal meat. And I swear it tastes good. I promise you. I realize how this looks. Now I put in the rest of the steak season I have. You'd probably put about maybe a heaping teaspoon maybe. Or a teaspoon. Depending on how much you like steak seasoning. About maybe half a teaspoon of minced onion. And I put a touch of celery salt and probably, I don't know, maybe two tablespoons of soy sauce, and you're going to cook this down. You're going to get it where it looks like this, because this is going to be a very sloppy dish. It's a big sauce dish that you put over rice or rolls. So you got this kind of bubbling like this, and you're going to add your mushrooms next. Now, it really depends how much mushroom you like. And yes, you do kind of have to have mushroom for this dish because all the flavors merge together. I use canned mushrooms. I hate portobellos. I cut my mushrooms up. You don't have to. And then you're going to mix this in. Next, you're going to cut up your celery. Now, you can put in more, less, whatever you want to do. I'm not a huge fan of cooked celery, but we are going to try it again this time. So, just cut up some celery and put it in. This is what it looks like now. You got your celery, your mushrooms. It's cooked down a little bit. I added probably another teaspoon of soy sauce. This is a very soy sauce intensive dish. If you like salty, this is for you. So this is about what it looks like. We're getting ready to add the gravy here in just a second. This whole dish takes probably 15, 20 minutes to put together. Let it simmer for, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. You can be done in half an hour, and I'll be starting the rice soon, which, by the way, I put celery salt in the water. Don't mind my stove. I just cleaned it, but you can't tell. So once you add the gravy, it looks like this. It looks more like a stew. And about this time is when I'm going to start the rice, and I'm going to let this cook for about 3 minutes, and then I'm going to start adding the bean sprouts. Now, depending on how many bean sprouts you like, I like a lot of bean sprouts. So I put in 4 cans, but you could put in as little as 1 or 2. But it really gives texture to the dish. So I did add a little bit of pepper because I was low on steak seasoning. So at this point, I added 2 more tablespoons-ish of soy sauce. And don't have a heart attack. This is only 3 cans. I know, you're thinking, oh my God, that is a lot of bean sprouts. What are you doing with your life? These are going to cook down so much, it is unreal. You also want to rinse them first. Put them in a strainer, rinse them real good. This is going to cook down, I promise you. You also want to be cooking this on like medium heat, and please, for the love of God, stir or it will stick to the bottom of the pot. Right now, the rice water is warming up. Oh my god, that's a lot of bean sprouts. It's actually not. See, I'll show you in just a second. Actually, I ended up using 3 cans of bean sprouts this time. See? And they're going to cook down even more, so... Yes, this looks like dog food, not going to lie. I may put a 4th can in here. I don't know. I'm still debating. But yeah, this is still looking... It's supposed to be a really thick. You know what? I'm putting that 4th can in. It's going to look kind of like this when it's done. And then you're going to put it over rice or biscuits. So it grew... This does a lot of food. I'll show you the end part soon. And here's what it looks like over rice. Like really nice dog food. And here's what it looks like over biscuits. And that's what happens when it's all done. And I promise you it tastes better than it looks. By the way, if it's not salty enough for you, you add more soy sauce at the end to top it off to taste. So